Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about whether or not the WNBA will be more or less popular after the Olympic break. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and hit that notification bell when you do. So, Rob, you have this theory that the league's going to be less popular after the Olympics.
Yes, I do, Mark. They hit their peak during the All-Star game. I mean, that was watched by a lot of people worldwide. And this happened. The WNBA stars kicked their butts and showed the Olympic committee, that they definitely made some wrong choices as far as players. And so it's also showing overseas now with the Olympics. And people are not just because of Caitlin Clark was on the team. They're just in general upset over the way the Olympic Committee did their process of picking supposedly the 12 best players, because obviously they are not the 12 best players.
Well, I agree, Rob. I mean, in the last game against Belgium, when they finally played a team that was real, Japan wasn't a good enough team. Belgium has an athletic team, and they're a pretty good team. And Chelsea Gray only played 9 minutes because she was getting burned defensively because she can't run, and she had 2 turnovers and 3 assists. Meanwhile, Dana Taurasi, for some reason, starts, and she played only 14 minutes and had 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, but she did have a turnover and 2 fouls, which is the worst stat line of all time.
She got in the books.
And it's because she's 42 years old. She's not going to be consistent. Yes, she's going to have some good days against weaker teams especially, but against better teams, she's not going to look good. She shouldn't have been on the team in the first place. I was adamant about that from the beginning. I don't care about her experience and stuff like that. And Chelsea Gray came back from her injury too soon, and they stuck her on the team even before they knew whether she was going to be healthy or not. Exactly. And she's not healthy. So people are upset about that because they know Caitlin Clark would be so much better than the two of them right now, especially the way she's playing.
Right. So when it's going to be over a month, they only have some teams have 15, 16 games left. And so then now they're going to come back from the Olympics. And my thing is, Mark, I've never seen where Americans have rooted against a team. I mean, to lose. I've never seen that.
It's the first time in the history of Olympics that I remember. It's the first time I've ever rooted against a team to win, Rob. And I'm saying this because I think it's necessary for them to lose so we can get some of the corruption out of the Olympic Committee. Because that was corrupt. It was politics. That's what it is. And if they win the gold, they'll say, see, we chose the best team, which is silly because they had so much more talent than everybody else, regardless of who they chose. And so that's the only reason I'm rooting against them, so that the committee gets fired and Cheryl Reeves will not be the coach 4 years from now.
So that's also I'm leading to with why what they want. They're not going to be popular after the Olympics, because people are only there right now to watch Caitlin Clark, and she has improved the attendance around the league, and she can only carry the WNBA so far. So now the other teams, I don't know how they're going to do, because people are going to have already lost interest already about the WNBA. The main interest is watching the Indiana Fever. That's it. Overall, I'm saying that they're not going to be that popular after this Olympic break because of that. That's one of the reasons.
It's hard to know, Rob. I don't have a strong opinion on it. Here's why. It's because Caitlin Clark, as long as she's playing well and the Fever are winning, it's going to be more popular when she comes back. Because as they go to the playoff push and if they make the playoffs, which I think they will, that'll continue. Now, the league was becoming a little bit more popular the last 3 years, but then it became even more popular from the Caitlin Clark effect, even though they're denying that's what happened. That's what happened because they grew more than they had the last 3 years. Will those fans stay after the Olympics, the ones that came along with the Caitlin Clark effect? I don't know. Most of them are Caitlin Clark fans, so they may be ticked off after they watch the Olympics. Now, there's 2 scenarios, Rob. Mm-hmm. One is they could win the gold medal, and one is they could not win the gold medal.
Right.
I wonder if not winning the gold medal or winning the gold medal, I wonder which one is going to affect the popularity of the league more or less. How that will affect whether people watch the league more.
Well, I think, to answer your question, Mark, I think, of course, not winning the gold medal will be a factor, but I don't think people even care about that. They're really upset about the way it was handled. They're upset with the way that it handled the whole situation. So even them winning the gold medal is they're not gonna get the hero's welcome if they had
Wow.
won the gold medal. And then if they lose, it's going to be like a "I told you so, I told you so" type thing.
I do think they care about that. I think that what you said is correct, though, that they obviously are unhappy with the selection, but they will care about whether they win or lose. Because if they lose, they're going to say, "See, you guys are really wrong."
Right.
And they want to be able to say that. I want to be able to say that. I want to say, "Look, this was terrible. We told you it was terrible. You kept saying it wasn't terrible, and we know it was terrible." And so this is what it's going to look like. And if they win, and they're going to claim what they're going to claim, Rob. Oh, we had the best team, 12 to blah blah blah, and it's not.
Yeah,
And
it's going to be so what? It's going to be so what? Yeah, you won. You were supposed to win. No, you were supposed to win. Big deal. No biggie.
If they win, it'll make me less interested in the league, I think, Rob. If they lose, it'll make me more interested because I'm saying, yeah, all right, you guys suck. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel afterwards.
So another factor, I think that interest is going to go down. See, the WNBA had the advantage where they were starting at the tail end where the NBA playoffs were going on, and then it became the finals, and finals were boring. We all know who's going to win the championship. So,
the Knicks.
Well, they would have won if they didn't get hurt. So that was they had that kind of grace. But now, football season's coming up, Mark. Football season. They're running right into the beginning of football season, and that's the most popular sport in this country. Are you gonna? I mean, are people gonna like? Oh, geez, I guess I'll watch that Sparks Storm game, then the Kansas City against the Green Bay Packer game. I wonder which one I'm gonna watch.
Well, I don't know. Some of the people that are Caitlin Clark fans aren't even sports fans. They just said Caitlin Clark. They got him interested in watching. So we'll see what happens. But we'll be covering both. We cover basketball, football, and the Olympics, just as a reminder.
What I'm saying is like, yeah, you're going to have those fever fans. They're not, like you said, they're not going to fade out. They're still going to be there. In fact, like you said, there might even be more now because they want to see how she's going to do after she's had rest. So they're interested to see how she's going to play. But that's just one team. You got other teams that people can be like, yeah. So, those Mystics, yeah, they're really great. Okay, I'll watch even the Chicago Sky. There's not going to be that much interest, I don't think.
The interest level by the Caitlin Clark fans is going to be pretty much the same, in my opinion, because they weren't watching the other teams anyways before.
Right.
I've only watched the Indiana Fever games and the All-Star game. That's it. I refuse to watch the rest of the league until they change their attitude. And quite honestly, it's not that exciting if it's not Caitlin Clark because the other players just aren't exciting players. That may change with some young players coming up, like Juju Watkins, and Paige is a fairly exciting player, but they don't have the same it factor as Caitlin Clark. But right now, that's all I want to watch. And so that's all I'm still going to watch that. And I'm still going to watch football. And I'm not going to watch the playoff games unless Caitlin Clark's in it. So that won't change either.
Right. So that's only like this one. That's only one factor. But overall, it's not going to be that much interest in watching the WNBA. They blew it. They blew it when they couldn't even pick up. They have it thrown right in front of them. Caitlin Clark. Interest. They can't even deal with that. So. And
they didn't have to turn in the roster at that time. They can turn it in I think it was 2 days before the Olympics. So they could have waited to see whether Chelsea Gray could run or not. And if they had, and they'd left Dana Taurasi on the team and put Caitlin Clark instead of Chelsea Gray, I don't think people would be that upset. Right. It's the fact that they got two people on the team that shouldn't be, as long as Caitlin Clark. Because, I guess by rights, Arike and Caitlin Clark should be on instead of Chelsea Gray and Dana Taurasi. And that would be even better. But she did withdraw her name, but that's only because she could tell where it was going. So anyway,
I'll keep track of what's going on in these last games and see how attendance and viewership. I'll try to keep track of that.
All right, we'll see what happens about the popularity of the WNBA after the Olympic break. Let us know what you think down below. Make some intelligent, non-insulting comments. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and hit that notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next videos. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And on Monday is our normal live show from 6 to 8 Eastern, but we won't do it this Monday because of the Olympics, and we don't do it on major holidays. If you want to donate to this channel, there's super thanks down below, and there's also a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Peace out.